Specifically, on the field hockey field, I've been lucky enough to learn from and experience this brave tenacity that she radiates. I'm certain that in her future, she will achieve the utmost excellence in both her studies and career while establishing herself as a force to be reckoned with. Melissa's future plans are to attend Keene University to major in physical education and global fitness and wellness, and she also plans to play field hockey. Missy, from the hours playing field hockey with you to the late night Dairy Queen trips, you found a place in my heart, as I'm sure you have for many others. I wish you the best. I know that you will do great in whatever you choose to do, and thank you for being one of the best friends I could ask for the past 4 years. Congratulations, Miss.
Hannah Aroney. I'm Emily Billings, and tonight I have the true honor of inducting Hannah Rose Aroney into the National Honor Society. Hannah is the daughter of David and Laura Aroney of Wantage Township. Knowing Hannah from our dancing years when we were little to later cheering with her for many years, I'm amazed at the woman she has become. Hannah is an inspiration to me and to many of her peers. It is admirable the way Hannah holds her head high and how she never fails to impress her teachers and peers. The teacher Hannah chose to honor tonight is Mrs. Myers. When I asked Mrs. Myers her thoughts about Hannah, she said, "To know Hannah Aroney is an honor. She is genuine, kind, and honest. She is an artist who possesses a beautiful blend of courage and humility." When I asked Hannah why she chose to honor Mrs. Myers tonight, she said, "She has helped me through rough times while helping me improve my passion for art." In school, Hannah is a well-rounded student, involved in academics, sports, and extracurriculars. Hannah's favorite class here at High Point was Honors Spanish 1 because Senorita Huesa brought so much energy to their class. After school, Hannah participates in both the High Point Fall and Competition cheerleading team. At practice, Hannah is definitely the light of the room. She has even been awarded the Sunshine Award by her captains in past years. In school, Hannah is a member of the National Art Honor Society, Pass It Along, Interact, and Peer Counseling. She is also a High Point ambassador and an executive officer for our student council. Outside of school, Hannah keeps herself busy while being involved in Girl Scouts. When I asked Hannah her favorite memory of High Point, she said, "My favorite memory is going to Newark during Christmas time for Tilly's kids because seeing the smiles on all the children's faces is unforgettable." Hannah's future plans are to attend college to major in early education with a minor in Spanish or art. It is an honor for me to induct Hannah, having her be such a close friend with a special place in my heart. Congratulations, Hannah.
Samantha Baby. Samantha Baby is the daughter of Nancy Baby of Wantage. Sammy is involved in many activities at High Point, including concert choir, chamber singers, fall drama, spring musical, marching band, peer counseling, student council, and the ambassadors program. Her favorite memory at High Point so far is meeting so many new people and making so many new friends through activities and classes. The friends she made here have impacted her life in a positive way. Another thing that has impacted Sammy's life is her choir class. This is her favorite class because she loves singing and having the ability to take a class that is based solely on that. This is why she has chosen to honor Mr. Carty. Mr. Carty has helped her break out of her shell her freshman year. She encouraged her to pursue her dreams, continue with music, and has inspired her to do her best at everything she does. She has also inspired her to hopefully pursue a career in the arts at either American Musical and Dramatic Arts Academy or New Jersey City University for a double major in musical theater and music education. I'm so pleased to be inducting you into the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Sammy.
Ronald Breveau. Ronald James Breveau Jr. is the son of Ronald and Anne Marie Breveau of Frankfurt. I have had the honor of getting to know Ron this year in my AP statistics class. Being the well-rounded person he is, Ron is an active member of High Point's wrestling and soccer teams. He's also in student council and peer counseling. Ron will never fail to make you laugh and is one of the friendliest people I have ever met. His favorite class is American Studies 2 with Mrs. Stroke because she makes history fascinating and they do creative projects. He will always remember the whale-watching trip he went on his freshman year. It was a unique learning experience and he was able to share with friends. Ron would like to recognize Mrs. Bodner-Keimel because she has been a positive influence on him. She introduced him to different types of genres that really sparked his interest. Ron's future plans are to attend a four-year college and go into the medical field. Congratulations on becoming a member of the National Honor Society.
Morgan Castro. Morgan Castro of Wantage, daughter of Mary Rose and Alfredo Castro, is nothing short of brilliant. Her intelligence is elevated by her work ethic, and she's one of the most hardworking people I've ever known. When she showed up as the only sophomore in an AP seminar, a new class which only a few people were brave enough to take in the first place, I just couldn't understand how someone could be so on top of things. She was so excited to do all of the work and so organized, and she knew anything about everything. And I soon learned to appreciate her work ethic when we got working on group projects, and especially when she basically memorized every rubric we got. She wanted me to share a memory from that class. So our teachers were not very punctual. I mean, they'd drop by at some point, make sure that we were doing our work, but seldom for the whole class and never on time. So one day, we had this fun idea that we were just gonna hide from them. And we figured they'd show up at one point, so we just hid under a desk with the lights off, completely silent. And eventually Drellick did show up, and for a moment, he figured that we too forgot to show up to class. But no, Drellick, we were actually on top of things. Though Morgan also rocks at STEM, also shown by her leading her team to victory at a STEM competition, she really shines in history. Her favorite class is AP US History because she loves discussing different ideas and perspectives on history. To her, the study of history isn't just facts and dates. She sees significance in the interpretation and representation of those events and people studied in history. That view on history has especially been fostered by Ms. Loyola, who Morgan would like to honor this evening. Mrs. Loyola integrates communication skills into all activities and encourages class discussion about lots of differing opinions about topics discussed in class. Mrs. Loyola says, "People make history," which encourages Morgan's passion for the humanity behind the history. Outside of academics, Morgan is on the varsity tennis team, volunteers with Key Club, has been a courtroom artist for mock trial, and is part of National Art Honor Society and Student Council. She's also a black belt in Taekwondo, which is crazy impressive. She teaches Taekwondo too and volunteers there in various ways. Honestly, is there anything Morgan can't do? But Morgan isn't just an exceptional student or an impressive athlete, she's one of the most genuine people out there. She's kind, caring, honest, and encouraging. She's currently conducting graduate-level research on post-secondary education for students with high-functioning autism disorder and plans to be an occupational therapist. I mean this when I say it. The world would be a better place if we were all a little more like Morgan Castro.
Sawyer family. Tonight I have the pleasure of inducting Sawyer Soybean into the National Honor Society. Where do I start with this kid? To say that Sawyer is qualified to be here would be an extreme understatement. It's really difficult to think about something he isn't involved in one way or another, and believe me, I've tried. Oftentimes the kids who are involved with everything under the sun tend to let their grades slip up, but not Sawyer. He's in the top 1% of his class, and he has no intention of leaving. Along with taking an extremely rigorous course load that makes him sit in Kappelmeyer's room more than twice a day, Sawyer is on the wrestling and the cross teams. Oh, and the soccer team. He's pretty good at that. All jokes aside, Sawyer has received all conference, all county, and all state honors during his 3 years here. And it doesn't stop here. Sawyer also plays club soccer in Parsippany every week, where he drives 100% safe and 5 miles under the speed limit at all times. I think the hardest aspect of his life is finding the balance between school, sports, and keeping his Snapchat streaks up. But like everything else he has taken on, he manages to get it done. Congratulations, Sawyer.
Joseph Gremignano. Joe is the son of Danielle and John Gremignano of Wantage. He is a varsity cross-country runner and bowling team member, in addition to being part of High Point's baseball team. He makes a major impact both on and off the cross-country course, bowling lanes, and baseball diamonds, and is a leader to all his teammates. He is also the only person I know that can successfully run a cross-country race after eating multiple cosmic brownies right before the gun goes off. Joe's favorite High Point memory was being the HWS bowling champion, not once, but 2 times. His favorite High Point class is physics. He always loves learning something new and loves how physics teaches and leaves him amazed every day or extremely confused. I just messed that up a lot. He always loves learning something new and loves how physics leaves him amazed each and every day or extremely confused. There we go. Physics also interests Joe because Mr. Kappelmeyer never fails to crack a joke about bowling or create problems that have to do with the sport. Joe has chosen to honor Mr. A because he has been a major source of motivation for Joe throughout his high school career. Joe states that Mr. A always makes class fun and enjoyable, and there's never a dull moment. In the future, Joe plans on majoring in mechanical engineering and hopes to one day design and build his own cars.
Sarah Havens. Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Komal, and tonight I have the distinct honor of inducting Sarah Havens into the National Honor Society. Sarah is the daughter of Eric and Sherilyn of Wantage. Now, when I first learned that I would be introducing Sarah tonight, I really felt the pressure. When you look at someone like Sarah, it would be easy to praise her for hours on end. But I won't go that long, considering it is a school night after all. So here's what you need to know. Sarah is a student who is involved. There are plenty of students that can name a long list of activities they participate in, but at the end of the day, this list means nothing without giving it your all. And everyone knows that Sarah always gives her all in everything she does. She's a proud member of the Student Council, Pass It Along, Key Club, and Peer Counseling. Sarah has also somehow managed to participate in lacrosse and tennis for the past 2 years. If you're wondering how she finds the time to do all of this, the answer is she makes time. Here at High Point, Sarah's favorite class has been architecture, which she actually plans to study along with interior designer at Virginia Tech after high school. Tonight, Sarah would like to honor Mr. Dexter and Mr. Kapler, both of whom she feels have played a large part in helping her become the successful, hardworking, and ambitious student she is today. As someone who has known Sarah for the past 3 years, I can say that I am proud to call her my friend. I know that no matter how much time may pass, we will always pick up right where we left off. Sarah is someone who I know would be there for me during a time in need. She is truly a selfless person. One of her favorite memories here at High Point was the Hit It for Havens tennis match she organized in honor of her grandmother. This was a fundraiser to support those suffering from pancreatic cancer. This speaks to her compassion and generosity. Sarah is always helping others stay positive with her consistent and contagious optimism. She is an inspiration to everyone around her, myself included.
I've heard that as a tennis player, Sara really serves well, which makes a lot of sense to me because as a person, she does the exact same thing. Sara, I stand here this evening proud, not just to induct you into the National Honor Society as a peer, but as a good friend. Congratulations.
Kristina Henderson. Kristina is the daughter of Mike and Renee Henderson of Sussex. At High Point, she is an active representative for Student Council, she's the secretary of DECA, and involved in Pass It Along. Outside of school, she spends countless hours at Dance Expression Dance Arts as a competitive dancer, something she has done all her life. Her favorite class, other than our modern dance class, is chemistry with Miss Carter. Kristina likes this class because every time she steps in the classroom, she learns new, interesting material. Kristina's favorite memory at High Point is attending the DECA State competition her freshman year. This was a very valuable learning experience while she enjoyed time with her friends. The teacher she will be honoring is Miss Abrams. Although Mrs. Abrams was not her regular math teacher, her assistance with math concepts helped Kristina enormously in achieving success and confidence in each of her high school math classes. In the future, she plans to study at a 4-year university to major in biology and minor in dance. Lastly, Kristina plans to one day have a career in the medical field. Congratulations.
Lakin Cook. Lakin is the daughter of Tina and Glenn Mania of Wantage, New Jersey. She's a member of Student Council, High Point Regional Ambassador Program, Interact, Peer Counseling, and Track and Field. Her favorite class at High Point is AP Psychology because she plans on going into the college to major in the field after she graduates. Lakin's favorite High Point memory was the homecoming game this year because we won. She especially liked how everybody joined together and had such an amazing time. The teacher that Lakin would like to honor is Mr. Ryan this evening. Mr. Ryan has been an amazing teacher to Lakin and has made these past 2 years some of the most memorable and interesting. Lakin will miss not having Mr. Ryan here next year. In the future, Lakin plans to study psychiatry and own her own business, and she would like to attend the University of North Carolina. Congratulations.
Maverick Leavel. Hi everyone. For the next introduction of the evening, I have the honor of introducing Maverick Leavel into the National Honor Society. Maverick lives in Frankfurt with his parents Mike and Stephanie Leavel. On a Friday night a few weeks back, I found myself sitting down typing up this speech for Maverick. This specific Friday was the Friday all current National Honor Society members had to hand in their speeches. I don't think we all did that, but... And well, I was a little late with that, considering it was 9:30 at night. However, I realized soon after that doing my work late actually helped me for once when it came to writing my speech for him. The reason why I was doing this at 9 at night instead of earlier is because I went to the wrestling match that Friday night, the sectional finals against Jefferson. Towards the middle of the match, Maverick was up and he won within minutes of the match even starting. It wasn't the winning of the match, however, that caught my attention. Instead, it was he, after already having his own match, cheered on the rest of his teammates tirelessly until the very end. From the sides, as I was looking over at the rest of the team, Maverick clearly stood out as such a selfless individual who cheered on his teammates match after match, no matter the score and no matter the outcome. Maverick truly exhibits the qualities of selflessness, perseverance, passion, and hard work. These qualities are not only seen in Maverick when he wrestles, but in other activities he participates in, such as boys soccer and student council. His hardworking and passionate attitude is even seen in his studies, especially in his favorite class here at High Point, which happens to be history. In Maverick's words, everything learned in history is very valuable and interesting. When it comes to history, Maverick's teacher, Mr. Langland, has played a crucial role in helping him with his schoolwork and staying focused. Maverick has already been so successful from his studies to sports to other extracurriculars. and he plans on continuing with this mentality by hopefully attending Virginia Tech once he graduates and studying aerospace engineering. I've been lucky enough to know Maverick as not only a fellow classmate, but as a friend. Even though I won't be here next year, I already know that his success will only continue in his last year at High Point and beyond. Congrats, Mav, on being inducted into the National Honor Society. It is truly an honor well deserved.
Jason Magus. Jason Magus is the son of Lori and Bob Magus of Wantage. I had the pleasure of meeting Jason during my sophomore year when he was the only freshman in my Honors Algebra 2 class. Since then, I've had both Honors Pre-Calculus and AP Calculus BC with him. Although Jason has always been the youngest one in each of these math classes, he has always been one of the most successful, understanding the most difficult subjects before anyone else. Jason has been a leader in all of these classes. He has always taken the time to help other students in our classes understand lessons, and is usually the head of many class discussions. At High Point, he has been involved in basketball, mock trial, tennis, peer counseling, and he is the student council president for his class. Jason's favorite class at High Point was AP Biology because of the many adventures he had completing labs with his friends. Jason's favorite memory at High Point was going to whale watch because it was not only an educational experience where he was able to learn about whales and sea life, but he also had lots of fun with his friends. Tonight, he chose to invite Mr. Campbell because Mr. Campbell has always pushed him to be the best student he could possibly be. In the future, Jason plans to go to college to major in physics. I know Jason has an incredibly bright future ahead of him, and I'm proud to be the one welcoming him into the National Honor Society.
Lindsay McCarthy. Lindsay is the daughter of Tom and Leslie McCarthy of Wantage. Lindsay's friends described her as being intelligent, caring, kind-hearted, and witty. Lindsay is involved with Student Council, International Club, and peer counseling. Lindsay's favorite memories so far have been going on the whale watch trip because it was educational and she loves spending time with her friends. Her favorite class is sociology because she loves to learn about different cultures and places around the world. Tonight, Lindsay chose to honor Mrs. Loyola because she has pushed her to be an overall better student and has also helped Lindsay discover her love for history. When I asked Mrs. Loyola about Lindsay, she said, "I love having Lindsay as a student. She is smart, funny, and insightful. You might miss her quick wit if you don't pay careful attention because she's a bit quiet." To know Lindsay, though, is to know that she is an intellectual and a scholar. Her conclusions are guided by logic and reason above all else. Lindsay's future plans include attending a 4-year college and majoring in political science. I wish you the best in all that you do in the future. Congratulations.
Chad Musili. Chad Musili is the son of Irene and Mark Musili of Branchville. I'm not entirely sure where to begin. I've been privileged enough to have known Chad for the past 3 years of my life. I can remember when I first began to get to know him my sophomore year, I was taken aback at how genuine he was. I know that I may have a biased view of who he is, and to me, everything he does is near perfect. But when I overhear people talking about him, it's always positive. Chad is a natural leader. He is kind-hearted, responsible, and hardworking. He is goal-oriented and continuously strives to improve himself in multiple ways. Many kids are talented in academics, and many are talented in athletics, but there are few who excel at both of these things the way that Chad does. He's the first in his junior class and a captain of the football team. Chad takes on a rigorous workload in school, taking 5 AP classes. He's clearly a gifted student, but he also works extremely hard to earn every grade that he gets, spending hours studying and completing homework. Thankfully, he works to make sure that I do the same, and luckily for me, my grades actually have improved from him. I can honestly say that he has deserved the honor of being inducted tonight. Chad's hard work is again reflected on the football field, where he played running back and safety, leading the team to have its best season in years. He was awarded first team All-Conference and All-Herald, team MVP, and the Minnie Maxwell Award. From
From someone who watched him play almost every game, I can again say that he deserves every one of those awards. Chad's favorite class is biology, and he loves science. He plans to go to college and study to be a biomedical engineer. Chad goes beyond being an outstanding student and exceptional athlete. He is character. He's compassionate, honest, and respectful. He has chosen to induct Mrs. Fasano tonight because she's a very close family friend, and he appreciates always having her there for him in school. Chad, thank you for making me a better person and student. I cannot tell you how proud I am of you.
Robert Osborn. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the pleasure of inducting Robert Emerson Osborn III into National Honor Society. And if you see some puzzled faces behind me, it is because most of us simply know him as Trey. Trey is the son of Bob and Karen Osborn of Wantage. Trey has not just participated, but has excelled in soccer, track, and wrestling the past 2 years. In fact, Trey's favorite high point memory is winning the team wrestling sectional title this year. It goes without saying that he's a regular on the honor roll, despite the fact that he challenges himself with AP courses. In addition, Trey is also a member of the Science National Honor Society. When Trey is not shining on the field, in the gym, or in the classroom, he is busy representing his fellow classmates in student council. Somehow, he also finds the time to participate in peer counseling, helping others find their path at High Point just as Trey clearly found his. As you can tell by his activities, Trey is around people a lot, which makes sense considering what a friendly guy he is. Trey is the person that everyone wants to be friends with. Why? Because where Trey goes, happiness, positivity, and laughter follow. Sometimes when you're sharing a laugh with Trey, you're not even sure what the joke is. And honestly, it doesn't matter. He is quick-witted and easy to get along with. The day that I met Trey, he made me laugh at a really funny joke. But it wasn't until 2 hours later that I realized the punchline of the joke was actually me. But that's the point. Trey's humor is lighthearted and always intended to put a smile on everyone's face. Something else I admire about Trey is that he never backs down from a challenge, which is probably why his favorite class is AP Physics, one of the most difficult courses offered at High Point. Tonight, Trey would like to honor Mr. Baker. Trey looked forward to AP Bio every day last year with a teacher as passionate as Mr. Baker, who has the ability to take a challenge subject like AP Biology and make it into an interesting and relatable one. Trey wants to major in engineering and has aspirations to become a pilot in the military, which seems fitting considering for the past 3 years, Trey has been flying high here at High Point Regional. Congratulations, Trey.
Elise Posner. Elise is the daughter of Kim and Richard Posner of Lafayette. During her time here at High Point, Elise has been involved in an outstanding number of clubs and activities. She dedicates a large amount of her time to being an athlete on the field hockey team in the fall and the track team in the spring. Elise is also a student council representative and a member of Peer Counseling International Club and Pass It Along. Her favorite class at High Point has been psychology with Mr. Ryan. She began taking the class as a sophomore and advanced to the AP level this year as a junior. She finds the class intriguing because she is able to learn why people think and act the way that they do. Her favorite memory at High Point was the whale watch trip she went on with her freshman year biology class, because she grew close with many of her friends and spent the entire trip laughing. Elisa has invited Mrs. Abrams here tonight because she has been a teacher that has always encouraged her to never give up and is always willing to give her the help she needs in order to succeed in pre-cal. After she graduates from High Point, Elisa plans to go on to college with a major in neuroscience. I myself have had the privilege of becoming close friends with Elisa this year, and I can most definitely say that she is one of the only people I have come to meet that can walk around with a smile every day. She can turn anyone's worst day into a great one, just with her positive attitude. I have no doubt that someone with a personality like Elisa's will go on to do many great things after high school. Congratulations, Elisa. I wish you the best of luck, and wherever life may take you, always keep smiling.
Kia Sabo. Kia is the daughter of Kristen and William Sabo of Wantage. She is involved in many clubs and activities here at High Point, such as DECA, Student Council, Interact, Peer Counseling, and the High Points Ambassador Program. I have personally gotten to know Kia through field hockey and can say she is not only super kind and caring, but determined and knows how to make anyone smile. Kia's favorite memory is this year's homecoming football game because to her it was a great day to be a Wildcat. Her favorite High Point class would be chemistry with Dr. K because every day they learned something new while having a laugh. Tonight, Kia has chosen to honor Mrs. Retz because she is a fundamental figure in Kia's journey here at High Point and has done many things to help her succeed. Kia's future plans involve going to college to major in business. I am honored to be able to induct Kia tonight into the National Honor Society. Congratulations.
Faith Stewart is a daughter of Amy and Dave from Wantage. Faith plays softball for the school and participates in Student Council, International Club, and DECA. Her favorite memory of her high school career so far has been the whale watch trip her freshman year because she got to share the memories she created with her best friends. Miss Loyola has been an inspiration to Faith because she always encourages her to do her best and put her all into everything she does. Her favorite class that she has taken at High Point has been sociology because she loves learning about the different cultures practiced around the world. In the future, Faith plans on majoring in business with a minor in sociology. I have had the pleasure of knowing Faith for many years and have been able to watch her grow into such a beautiful woman. I cannot wait to see what she accomplishes in the future. Congratulations.
Matt Sunda. Matt Sunda of Wantage is the son of Jennifer and Bob Sunda. He is an active student at High Point, participating in Student Council and Peer Counseling and Science National Honor Society. He plays baseball. He also plays baseball. His favorite High Point memory took place, he also plays baseball, where his favorite High Point memory took place, where the whole team went on a trip to Florida. Matt's favorite class at High Point is AP Lit because Mr. Klimas is a cool teacher that always finds ways to keep the class interesting. I did not take AP Lit myself, but I've heard many entertaining things about that class. The teacher that Matt is honoring is Mrs. Loyola. She always does her best to improve Matt and all of her students and to help them get the most out of their education at High Point. Matt's future plans after High Point is he plans on becoming a chiropractor.
Hi, my name is Katie DeGroot, and tonight I'm inducting Catherine Battler. Catherine Katie is the daughter of Tara and Jim Battler, and she resides in the town of Wantage. For the past few years, I have had the delight of getting to know Katie. From what I have come to know, Katie excels in many pursuits in her life beyond academics. In sports, Katie has had the honor of achieving many titles in tennis. She also excels in track, participating in the 400-meter hurdles and the high jump. Katie is involved in several clubs as well, including Student Council, International Club, WALC, and DECA. DECA has been one of Katie's favorite clubs. In her sophomore year, Katie qualified for DECA Nationals in Nashville, Tennessee. Going to Nationals was Katie's favorite memory so far because, as she told me, I was able to meet so many amazing people and learn so much that I would have never been able to learn anywhere else about the business world. I believe that statement illumines Katie's commitment to her studies as well as her amicable, collaborative personality. Aside from academic and extracurricular accomplishments, Katie also achieves in character. Katie is one of the nicest people I know. Her smile is contagious, and she always makes those around me happy. Katie's strength lies within how she communicates with others, and this is evident in her accomplishments in DECA, as well as the number of friends and teachers who honor and respect Katie. Among some of those teachers who respect Katie is Mr. Kapmar, who Katie is honoring tonight. Mr. Kapmar is Katie's AP Physics teacher and has, in her own words, helped me to set high expectations for myself, and he has motivated me to be the best student I can possibly be, which has helped me to become the person I am today. While Katie likes her physics class, her favorite class is her marine biology course, which incorporates two of Katie's favorite interests, science and marine animals. As for her future, Katie plans to major in pharmacy in college, hoping to pursue this interest of study either at Northeastern University or the Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health and Sciences. Katie also plans to obtain a minor in business, hoping to eventually obtain a master in that area of study. In reflection of her accomplishments, I recognize patterns of strength and improvement, and I foresee a future for Katie that will continue a pursuit of helping others and participate in the activities that she enjoys best. Katie, congratulations on all your accomplishments, and may you accept this National Honor Society admittance as a reflection of your amiable character and persisting strength.
Jenna Sydney. Hi, my name is Chanel, and I will be inducting Jenna Sydney, daughter of Nicholas and Heather Sydney. Jenna and her family reside in Montague Township. Jenna is a member of DECA, Pass It Along, and lacrosse. Her favorite memory at High Point is playing lacrosse because it brings her closer to her friends, and of course, because Mr. Mina is the coach. When asked what her favorite class was at High Point, Jenna said her sophomore year history class, because it made her realize she needed more of a challenge. However, as long as I have known Jenna, she has been up for a challenge. I first met Jenna in Spanish 2, where I knew her as Josefina. I remember the day Senorita Huesa passed out the results of the SGO. SGO stands for Student Growth Objective, which is a quiz you take at the beginning of the year and again at the end of the year to test how much you've learned. I remember the amazement of the class and myself when our teacher announced Jenna literally got a 1 in the beginning of the year and a 100 by the end of the year. What made this even more impressive was that she was a freshman in a class full of sophomores and juniors. Jenna has continued to climb academically as she is in my AP Spanish class as a junior. Some of Jenna's favorite memories occur in the music department at High Point, as she plays the flute in the band. Jenna is honoring Mr. Asselinian and Mr. Carroll tonight because they have both helped her to grow musically, academically, and as a person. In the future, Jenna hopes to pursue a career in science or business. It is no surprise that Jenna is being inducted into National Honor Society tonight because she exhibits all the pillars of the society. Congratulations, Jenna.
We will now hear from our principal, Mr. John Calamy.
Thank you, Maddie. First, I'd like to have Mr. Mina and Mrs. Sarno come from behind the scenes, literally, out front for a second, please. So everybody can see that's what the idea is. Out front. I just would like to say thank you for putting together such an elegant ceremony. There's a lot of work that goes into this, not only the officers and the students, NHS all year long, but the ceremony is a lot of work that goes into it, so a big round of applause for the team. If I could have, and everybody please remain standing as I call your groups, all the parents in the audience of students here, please rise. All the teachers in the audience that have been invited here, please rise. And all the students, everybody on stage, please rise. A round of applause for everybody, please. It is truly a partnership, and as you can see, everybody, please stay standing. As you can see around the room, it takes a lot of people for you to be up on this stage. So the partnership that we have between your parents, your teachers, and our students is great, and we very much appreciate it, so thank you very much. Sit down now. Okay, I'm going to talk to the students for a couple minutes, and luckily for them, I lost my voice for 3 days, and I'm just getting it back, so I got the short version of the speech going tonight, okay? As I listened to, I sit with Dr. Ripley over there, listening to your bios, I was astounded. I consider myself lucky and blessed to know each and every one of you, and to hear what you're doing, what you've done, and what you're going to do is just simply amazing. I look at my own bio, and it's kind of embarrassing when I'm looking at your bio. But the most important thing, as we talk about the reasons why you're up here, we talk about the 4 pillars, and I hear those bios over and over again. I know what each and every one of you do every single day in our hallways. I heard a lot about relationships tonight. As I heard you speak about each other, that was the thing that stood out to me the most. And that, to me, as a principal, is the thing that I'm most proud of, is the relationships that you have with each other, the relationships that you have with the staff, and the relationships, most importantly, that you have with your parents. Make sure you cherish those relationships, because there's going to be times where your bios may not be quite what you want them to be, or that challenge that you have in front of you may not reach that pinnacle. You'll get there, but rely on those relationships. Rely on the relationships that you have with each other, even if you're not going to the same school with each other. Rely on the relationships that you may have had with your former teachers, and most importantly, again, rely on the relationships that you have with your parents, because they will get you through. We're very proud of you. You know that. I love you. I'm proud of you every single day. This is just one example of that expression of that. So great job and congratulations.
Will all members of the High Point Regional High School chapter of the National Honor Society please stand?
Mr. Calamy, will you please stand to accept the oath of our National Honor Society members?
Will all newly inducted members of the National Honor Society please read the oath of society with me? I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. I will maintain and encourage high standard of scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
We'd like to take a moment for some special thanks for a few special people. First and foremost, Dr. Ripley and Mr. Calamy, our administrative leadership, for lending to the evening for these wonderful students. To the Faculty Council, which is a group of 5 teachers, and they spend countless hours volunteering in the fall to go through the rigorous process of selection and reselection, and it's an endless process, but they are responsible for what you see up here this evening. So very, very special thanks to them. To our maintenance staff, who do a phenomenal job around the building, outside of the building, and setting up our set here and breaking it down. We can't do it without them. To the super Kevins, Kevin Fenlon and Kevin Perry, for live streaming us and making sure that we're heard and we're seen. Very, very important. Mrs. Liana Hennings for photography, for yearbook, and for Maggio's Food Services for supplying the cake and refreshments, which will be outside there shortly. There are 3 titles that I've earned in my life that I'm most proud of. I'm a husband of almost 33 years to my wonderful wife, Janet. I'm a father to our son of 28 years, Michael. But I'm especially proud of the title of teacher. I taught my first high school class in September of 1975. So you're sitting there doing the math, like, is it really that old? I am, right? I've been around a while. And I know one thing that I've learned. If you're in this job long enough, and you have any more luck than any one person is really entitled to, you may be lucky enough to spend some time with a group like this right here. And I know I speak for Mrs. Sarno. It is an absolute honor and privilege to be your advisor. And we just want to congratulate you one more time. Thank you for being who you are.
Thank you very much for attending tonight's induction ceremony. We will be taking photographs in the hallway to your right. Please join us there before we adjourn to the foyer for refreshments.